What's up, E? Okay, so today we are doing a review on a little book I read, a little rom-com cartoon cover, called Once More with Feeling by Elissa Sussman. I said Elissa at first, but I listened to the audiobook and read along and it said Elissa, so Elissa Sussman. So I gave this book a 3.5 stars on Goodreads. Okay, so this is a new book. I don't know the exact date it came out, but it did come out this year. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive. The regular copy of this is blue. And I'll put a picture here. So I'll leave this one down and I'll have the picture there. But I just thought this book was very, plain and simple. I didn't feel super enthralled by the story. I felt like it was just kind of like, okay. Also, the cover, I didn't picture the characters like this. Maybe, the main character, what's her name? Kathleen. Her name's Kathleen, but when she was a pop star, her name was Katie. Katee. Katie Rose. And then her real name is Kathleen Rosenthal. Rosenberg. And then I pictured Cal as blonde, but I guess he's not blonde. So that's kind of weird. But I don't know. Okay, so basically, here, I'll read you the back and then kind of, give you, my thing. It's basically about a Broadway production that Cal is putting on. He's the director and choreographer, that he wrote the musical for Katie with Harriet, I believe. Harriet is Katie's best friend, but they all went to theater camp together. Cal is straight, going to theater camp, by the way. It says that in there. And Kathleen is dating a boy named Ryan, but then she cheats on Ryan with Cal. And then they're, coming into their pop stardom and stuff like that. So Harriet is a songwriter that is Kathleen's best friend. But anyway, Cal casts Kathleen as the main character in a show, Riveted, because him and Harriet wrote it with Kathleen in mind. So he casts her, he casts Harriet in a role, and the story goes back and forth between then and now. So now is when they are getting the musical going. They're on Broadway. It opens in Rhode Island. So, they are on Broadway, but they are coming to Broadway. They're doing a pre-show kind of thing. I don't know how Broadway works. But anyway, it goes between then and now. Then is theater camp, and while they're pop stars, Cal is in a boy band with Ryan, Kathleen's boyfriend, and they're in a popular boy band, and Kathleen, as Katie, is a pop star. So I thought that was interesting. You don't read a lot of stories about pop stars and musicals and stuff like that. So I really enjoyed that part. But the romance was very okay, girl. Now Kathleen, the main character, ugh. Oh my God, just let me. Man, she is so argumentative. So, what's the word? I used it to describe it. My friend's reading this too, Anna. She's so, combative and argumentative and defensive. She has very few redeeming qualities. She cheats on her boyfriend with Cal. Then she is, mean to Harriet. I don't know. I didn't like Kathleen, and she's the main character of this book. And I think that is a problem when writing a romance. You want to like the main girl who falls in love. You want her to win. I was like, girl, I don't like you. I liked Harriet and I liked Cal. I did not like Kathleen or Katie. But anyway, then when they're talking about then chapters and now chapters, the then chapters are for theater camp and pop stardom. I think I said that. And the now are for the musical. Anyway, they just kind of, I mean, it's a quick story. It's like 396 pages, but it's like a quick story. There's not a lot to it. They're putting on a musical. Some of the dances are hard, so Cal changes them. It goes back and forth. I mean, there's not a lot of story. They have a karaoke night. There's not a whole lot of story to it. Not a whole lot of romance buildup. There is like one pepper on the spice scale. And that's about it. So, I mean, this is a quick review. I gave it 3.5 stars because I love a romance. And I like the idea of like a pop star and theater camp and all of that. But I didn't like the main character. I did like the love interest. He was cool. I liked the best friend. I liked the cat. She named her cat Fish, short for gefilte fish. But yeah, honestly, if you don't want to read it, you're fine not reading it. It's a very plain story. It doesn't make me want to read the companion book. What's the companion book called? I think it's called Funny You Should Ask by Elissa Sussman too. It doesn't make me want to read that. I'm not like super excited about this author like I am a lot of romance authors. Now, here's the thing. I know I'm a guy, but I'm a gay guy and I am a girly at heart. So I like love romances and I love reading romances. There's not many romances I've read so far that I didn't like. But this is one of them. Honestly, I could probably rate it a 3 stars and not 3.5. I gave it just that extra half because I liked everything about it but the main character. And then the story. The story is very plain, very light, very not a lot to it. I was disappointed in this book, you guys. I don't really recommend it unless you like absolutely love romances and want to read a story about pop stars and theater camp. And you think that sounds interesting, but honestly, save your money. Check it out from the library if you want. I got the audiobook on Libby. It's free on there. You just have to put it on hold. Well, all libraries have different stuff. It's free at my library. It's on Libby. It might not be at your library. But yeah, it's just okay. I don't have a lot to say about this. Oh, let me read the back to you. A former pop star finds herself back in the spotlight along with an old flame in this friends to lovers meets enemies to lovers story from the best-selling author of Funny You Should Ask, the sensational TikTok romance. Then, Katie Rose is living the dream as America's #1 pop star, swept up in a whirlwind of sold-out concerts, screaming fans, and constant media coverage. Everyone wants to know everything about her and her boyfriend, Ryan LaNeve, the hottest member of the adored boy band Crush Zone. Katie loves to perform but hates the impossible demands of stardom. Maybe that's why she finds herself in the arms of another Crush Zone member, Cal Kirby. Quiet, serious Cal, who's always been a good friend to Katie, is suddenly Cal with the smoldering eyes and very good hands. One unforgettable night is all it takes to blow up Katie's relationship with Ryan, her career, and her whole life. Now, Kathleen Rosenberg is okay with her ordinary, not extraordinary. Sorry, I suck at reading out loud. But ordinary existence and leaving her pop star dreams in the past. That is until Cal Kirby shows up with the opportunity of Kathleen's dreams, a starring role in the Broadway show he's directing and a chance to perform the way she's always wanted. The two haven't spoken since their joint destruction of their careers, and each blames each other, making the reunion tense and a battle of wits and egos. Reluctantly agreeing to the musical, Kathleen keeps her guard up around Cal, but rehearsals are long, those eyes are smoldering, and those hands are still very good. Despite everything, Kathleen can't deny the chemistry between them. Is it ever a good idea to reignite old flames, especially when you've been burned? That's all you need to know, and they get together in the end. They hook up, they argue, have a fight, then they get together. I know that's a lot of romances, but seriously, like the banter, the dialogue, it's about that. I'm very disappointed in this book. I got it from Barnes & Noble even. The Barnes & Noble exclusive has like a playlist of songs to listen to for each chapter. I think that's kind of cool. I like it when authors do that. I know for another book I'm reading this month, Love Theoretically, the Barnes & Noble edition has that in the back. I'm not getting the Barnes & Noble edition, but yeah, it's like, okay, that's pretty cool. But yeah, just disappointed in this book, I think. I expected a lot better. I expected to be like laughing and swooning and everything. And here, when it says Kathleen keeps her guard up around Cal, does she ever? She's like, why are you asking me? Like, it's just like, okay, girl, like, calm down. He doesn't hate you. He's casting you in this Broadway musical. He doesn't have to. This is a opportunity of a lifetime. Like, why are you being so defensive? Why are you bitching? Why are you complaining? Why are you thinking everyone's out to get you? It just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, sometimes people can be read at face value, you know, and they mean what they say. I don't know. Like, maybe she's just used to being a pop star and, like, having people be really two-faced and, like, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling about this book, just trying to make this video longer and stuff, but it's a fast read if you really want to read it, but I'll probably read Funny You Should Ask just to see if it's better. It's a TikTok sensation, which we all know Book Talk books are not always good and don't live up to the hype. So, yeah. Once More with Feeling, Elissa Sussman, 3.5 stars. Probably 3 if I'm being harsh, but 3.5 since I'm generous with my star ratings. I haven't read Funny You Should Ask, so maybe check that one out first, and if you like it, come to this one. But if you don't like it, you're not going to like this one probably. But anyway, that's my review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you could, please. Watch out for my community post tabs, or community posts, and like, comment on those if you want. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a great little day, and peace.